tap on my car window. Wake up. Move, it's time to go. It's time to go from here, said the man in blue. I looked up and I said, I wish I could. You see, I'm homeless. Yes, that was me. And just 4 years earlier, I was a college grad with a seemingly bright future. Now, a residential challenge with a bright green, hideous, airbrushed Cadillac, all beat up. Half of a fast food burger that I was saving to eat on that day, and a bucket in the back seat to be used as needed. The car and my clothes didn't smell anymore, at least not to me. You know, it's amazing what we are able to do and what we're able to deal with when we feel we have no choice, when we feel we have no way out. No money, no food, no job, no home, no phone, knowing no one in the city, telling no one where I went, and not knowing where I was going. It's all amazing how easy it is to blame everyone and everything except yourself for what is going on within you. You see, my world came crashing down, and if I stayed where I was, I would have been destroyed. I had to let it all go. I had to leave my past. I had to run away. So I got in my car and I drove it until it ran out of gas. And so here I am in this car as this man taps on my glass telling me to get up, and I'm just surviving. No, wait. I'm dying. Days stopped existing and I lost track of time. I laughed and cried a lot. I talked to myself a lot too. But then the laughing faded into darkness and the crying began to drown my soul. And the man who tapped on the glass in blue, the man in blue, came by, but he never tapped again. And so I began to recite poetry and then later on scriptures from the Bible. It was then that God began to speak to me. The more I spoke, the more he spoke to me. He began to bring me out. He began to show me a way out of no way. I was asleep and I heard a man say, get up, get out. Time to go, move. As I had heard once before, but this time it wasn't the police. I opened my eyes to see no one there. So I looked at my reflection on that dirty glass of that car. And I began to cry. Oh, it was a good cry too. It wasn't just tears. It was one of those cries that make you make sounds, and whimper, and your head shake, and move around to the point that you let out some type of scream, and you say words that don't exist in the human language. But I wasn't crying because I was homeless. I was crying because I heard God that day. And he spoke to me. And he told me, wake up, get up. It's time to go from here. Those same words that he said earlier through that man in blue. So he began to guide my footsteps, and he placed angels in my path. And he burned in me the spirit of joy and happiness, the spirit of love and hope, the spirit of peace and faith. And so I stand here today as a testimony and a witness that God is real, that he is alive, and that he even still performs miracles daily. And so now I say to you, wake up, get up. It's time to go from here.